Good morning. Welcome to your stretch, lengthen, and release, or whenever you are tuning in to rewatch. So, this class will be focusing on full body, really long, slow movements this time, rather than splitting up our class 50-50. Just really nice, fluid movements that we'll be holding for a while. Have yourself near or around a wall just as like an extra tool for support and deepening some postures, especially if you want to let go and melt into them a little bit longer, but there is not entirely necessary if you do not have space. But to start, we'll go ahead and lie flat on our back, taking some time to get there. Allowing your feet to naturally relax and fan open. And allow that release and surrender to travel up your body, feeling the backs of the legs, make contact with the mat, the glutes, the shoulder blades, checking the shoulders underneath, and then finally the arms and hands, and back of the head. And with your mat fully supporting you, just take a moment to connect with your breath gently, letting go of the control of your breathing, but just an awareness, a soft awareness of your inhales, gentle pause at the top, and your exhales. And after centering ourselves here in our Shavasana, we'll go ahead and take a moment to set our intention if you haven't already. As always, it can be something that you're practicing this week or carrying out through the rest of the month, a dedication to someone or something, whatever it may be that deeply resonates with you this practice. Let it be something that you can repeat or remind yourself as you flow, as you hold postures. Center on this mantra, intention, or dedication for 3 more breaths. And on our next inhale, let's take a big, deep, long body stretch, taking our hands back behind us, pointing our toes forward. And on an exhale, we'll give ourselves a nice little bear hug, bringing the knees into your chest, forehead to your knees, releasing your neck. And on an inhale, slowly lower that head back down. And we'll rock our knees side to side, gaze in the opposite direction. of those knees, just for a gentle spine articulation. Rocking side to side, gently massaging the top of our sacrum, the sides of our hips. And we'll take one more to each side, making sure you end nice and even. So if you need to sneak in a third, you're welcome to. Bringing the knees back to center. We'll take our hands to the tops of our knees, big toes to touch, and open up our knees to all four corners of the room. As your hips feel warmer with these circles, you can begin to take those toes apart, make larger circles with each of your hips. And bringing the knees back to center, we'll gently switch directions. Again, starting slow, just like we did with the other direction. And then as those hips begin to feel warm, you can pull those toes apart, creating larger circles. Finishing this last circle, bringing the knees back to center one more time. We'll lengthen the legs long. Take the hands back behind. Give your legs a nice little shake just to release those hip flexors. And from here, we'll take a side stretch, walking your ankles over to the left side, crossing that right ankle over top, and gently pulling your right wrist over to the left, creating a nice little crescent banana shape with your body, really feeling the side body stretch through the right side. Inhale, come back through center. And next exhale, take this over to the right side, crossing your left ankle over the right, and gently pulling that left wrist over. Inhale, come back through center. And on your exhale, gently relax the hands. Walk your heels towards the sit bones. Locate the wall if you are near one. And we're turning our sit bones towards the wall to take our legs straight up. Another option, if you do not have the wall, is just taking those legs up. The wall just helps hold some of that weight. And can also help aid straighter legs. Option to take your hands down by your side, palms facing up, or one hand to your heart and one hand to your belly. And from here, we'll find a butterfly, whether that's supine butterfly on the wall or off. We'll slowly allow the bottoms of the feet to come together, knees to open. If you are using the wall, it's nice to bring the heels close, as close as you can down the wall, and then use your hands just to press the knees back away from you and towards the wall. If you're not using the wall and you are on the ground, you just have gravity naturally opening those knees down towards your mat. From here, we'll slowly begin to take the knees back together. If you're at the wall, we'll turn back along our mats, knees facing the ceiling. And we'll take some windshield wipers, dropping our knees to either side. Gaze in the opposite direction once more from those knees. And bringing the knees back to center. Take a full deep breath here, and we'll make our way to seated however you get there, if that's rolling to a side of your choice and then pressing up. We'll extend our legs once we are seated out in front of us, give them a nice little shake, and we'll take Hashimotonasana, deep seated forward fold. Inhale, peace fingers high. On your exhale, peace fingers to those big toes. Keep that chest and thigh connection first. And then slowly melt into the stretch. On your inhale, slowly lift your chest up, give your legs a nice little shake. From here, we'll cradle the right leg in, bottom of the foot to that inside of the left elbow, knee into your right elbow. And we'll gently rock this side to side, just allowing that glute to loosen and release. And And from here, we'll move into our figure four option to take a half lotus with your right foot on top of your left thigh, or traditionally bottom of the foot into the inner thigh. Turning your chest over to those left toes. Inhale, take the hands high. Exhale, fold, reach towards those left toes. On your inhale, slowly lift up your chest. Keep your right leg where it is. We'll take a breath here, and then we'll cross the right leg fully over our left. Taking our right hand back behind us as a kickstand, we'll move into a twist. Inhale, lift that left arm high. On your exhale, take your left elbow to the outside of that right knee. Inhale, find length, and exhale, twist. On your inhale, slowly unravel that left arm. Come back to center. We'll take the right leg to meet the left. Option to take that legs a nice little shake if you need. And we'll move on to the left side from here, cradling in that left leg, bottom of the foot to the inside of that right elbow. Left knee, left elbow, give it a nice little bear hug. And then if it feels good, just gently rock this side to side, allowing the glute and outer left hip to open. And we'll move into that figure four on this side. Option to take that half lotus with your left foot, or traditionally bottom of the foot into the inside of that right thigh. Turning your shoulders and chest to face those right toes. Inhale, take the hands high. On your exhale, begin to fold and reach towards those right toes. With every exhale, melting closer to that right knee. And on a slow inhale, slowly begin to lift up your chest up. Stay here. Once you come up to seated, keep that left leg where it is. Taking your left hand behind you, just like a kickstand, we'll cross our left leg over the right fully and move into a twist. Inhale, take your right arm high. On your exhale, right elbow on the outside of that left knee. One more breath. Inhale and exhale, twist into that space, looking back behind that left shoulder. On your next inhale, gently begin to unravel. Uncross that left leg, allow it to meet to the right. Option to shake those legs if that feels good. And then we'll make our way to a comfortable sit, cross-legged, half lotus, full lotus, anything that feels good. And we'll move up the spine to open up our neck. With those shoulder blades rolled back and away, seated nice and tall. On your exhale, tuck that chin to your chest, let your head hang heavy. On your next inhale, take your right ear to your right shoulder. Option to rest that right hand on top of the head and walk those left fingertips to the outside, or palm facing away, thumb down, sweep it to the small of your back. And on your next exhale, release your right hand down, tuck the chin back to your chest, and unravel that left arm down by the side. And we'll take this on the other side. Inhale your left ear to your left shoulder. Left hand can rest on top of the head. Walk those right fingertips to the outside or palm facing away, sweep it to the small of your back. And on your next exhale, tuck the chin back to your chest. Release the left arm, unravel the right. And inhale, lift up the head. From here, we'll make our way into our wide leg child pose. Slowly coming onto those knees, big toes to touch, knees wider than your mat. On your exhale, sink that chest down, reach the hands forward, rest your third eye center, your forehead into your mat. Come back to your intention. On your inhale, halfway lift, gently lifting up the head. On that exhale, walk your hands over to the left side. Place that right hand on top. Drop the head back down and really breathe into your right shoulder. Halfway lift, inhale. On your exhale, walk your hands fully over to the right side. Place that left hand on top and drop the head back down. Breathing into the left shoulder. On your next inhale, slowly come back through center. And on your exhale, make your way up to kneeling. From here, you can curl the toes if you'd like to add a little bit of a toe stand. We'll make our way to the wall. If you don't have a wall, you can take a bind, interlacing your fingers at your sacrum and root down. We're opening up our chest. You can also gently grab the opposite elbows. But if you are moving your way to the wall, we'll start with one of our hips. This happens to be our right hip. Just like a goalpost arm, I'm taking my right arm like a goalpost and pressing it into the wall. To lessen intensity, you're going to face the wall. And if you want to intensify the stretch a little bit more, you'll begin to rotate your body to the left, keeping that goalpost arm on the wall. And I'm just adding a toe stand for me, but you don't have to be on your toes. And to gently come out of this, if you did turn your knees away from the wall, begin to turn them back parallel. Lift that right arm and swim it forward. If you have that bind, if you didn't use the wall, just go ahead and shake both arms. And we'll take this to the other side. And again, no, you don't have to do the toe stand. You can just come into full kneeling. We'll take goalpost arms with the left this time. Firmly press that hand into the wall, and then as you feel warm, you can begin to turn the knees over to the right. And we're redoing the bind at the sacrum if you are not using the wall. You can change your grip of your elbows or interlacing the fingers. You can drop your head back to intensify the lengthening and the opening of your chest. On your next inhale, if you do have knees turned away, we'll turn them back and then lift and lengthen the left arm to swim it forward. You have tucked those toes, untuck the toes, come into that box. Go ahead and tap the tops of the feet, anything that feels good. And we'll stay in our box and just take some hip circles. Leaning towards one hip of your choice, sit bones down to the heels. One more circle in this direction. Coming back up to that neutral spine, we'll gently switch directions to the opposite hip. And one more circle. Coming back up to that neutral spine, we'll flow right into our cat-cow, fully opening up the spine and the front of the body on that inhale, and exhale, curling, opening up the back body. And flow with your breath. Every inhale, open up that heart, and exhale, tucking chin to your chest. One more breath. Coming back to that neutral spine, we'll make our way back to seated to take our Paschimottanasana one more time. Give the legs a nice little shake if you need. Inhale, peace fingers high. On your exhale, peace fingers to those big toes. Keep that chest and thigh connection. Reach that heart forward. And then slowly walk the heels to the top of the mat. Inhale, give your legs a nice little shake as you sit up. From here, we'll take two options. You can lie on your back and take a figure four to open up the hips, or if you do like to take fire logs, you're welcome to stay seated and take fire logs to open the outside of the hip. So we'll start with our right leg opening up that hip. So our left leg will be on the bottom, shin parallel to the top of the mat. Give and cradle in our right leg, and then slowly stack on top, shins on top. And of course, if you are taking your figure four, you can just cross that right ankle or top and slowly walk the left knee, or you can lower all the way down and give it a nice little bear hug in, depending on what feels best for your body in your practice. With those stacked fire logs or figure four, as always, work with your breath. Every inhale finds that length, and exhale. If you are taking fire logs, you'll fold down towards the shins. If you're taking the figure four, you'll pull the shin towards your chest. On a slow inhale, slowly lift up that chest. Walk your hands towards your fire legs if you're seated, or slowly drop those figure four legs down onto your mat. Take a breath before you unravel wherever you are. And we'll slowly unravel our legs. After that breath, give your legs a nice little shake, and we'll move to the left side hip. So if you're taking your fire logs, that right leg is on bottom. And you can cradle that left leg to give it a nice little bear hug just to open up that hip gently once more. Then stack the shins. If you are doing your figure four, remember the left ankle will be over that right knee. If you're seated, you can just walk the chest closer to your shin, or you're welcome to lower all the way down onto your back. And just like we did on the other side, really working with your breath. Inhale always finds that length and heart opening, and exhale deepens in and folds down. So whether we're folding towards our stacked shins or bringing the figure four towards our chest. On your next inhale, we'll slowly move out of this hip opening. You're in your stacked fire logs, come to seated. You're in your figure four. Just take a moment to allow the legs to relax. And then slowly gravel the legs. Stretch them out to the front of your mat. We'll go ahead and scoot towards the front of the mat as far as we can go, and we'll lower all the way down to our back. And just take a full body scan. If you feel so you need to end on a twist, you're welcome to take a supine twist for a few breaths each side. You can also take another supine butterfly. You can lengthen your legs up to the ceiling. And just a few breaths in any of these postures that sound good to you, maybe even a half happy baby. And giving you the opportunity to listen into your body and go to a place that feels most soothing and supportive, depending on how your body responded to this flow and the other postures we've already done. Of course, complete stillness in your Shavasana is always an option. And once you feel as though you have all of the extra movement that your body craves, we'll come back down into our Shavasana where we once started our practice. Again, allowing those feet to fan open, your calves, your thighs, your glutes to firmly melt into the mat and surrender. Feeling your mid and upper body melt into the mat as well. The arms rest heavy, the back of the hands, and the back of the head. back to your normal breathing. It helps to reflect on your intention, your dedication, and your practice. Take a moment just to connect and reflect. To honor what you created, the space and mindset you created for your practice. It's always nice to revisit. And there's no rush, but when you are ready to find some movement, to come to seated, do so slowly, gently, wiggling your toes, wiggling your fingers. Take a nice deep long body stretch if that feels good. And roll to a side of your choice as you walk your heels towards your sit bones. And then roll to a side in your fetal position. 3 breaths as always. Before you press yourself up and join me in seated, there is no rush as always. And then from here, I'll go ahead and close out our practice. Inhale, taking my hands high. On my exhale, bringing my prayer hands down to my heart center, a place of love and connection. And as always, from this deep place of love, thank you so much for joining me. It's always an honor to guide you through your flow. I hope some of the wall postures were truly supportive and helped you go a little bit deeper. But most importantly, I hope from the top of your head to the tips of your toes, you feel opened and lengthened. The light within me honors, acknowledges, and celebrates the beautiful light in all of you. Namaste.